Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Darren Jacobs and welcome to the Last Stand. Tonight is going to be one jam-packed show, and we're kicking off with the general manager who isn't coming out to speak for the first time to start off a show. No, he is going to be doing his speech on Monday Night Mayhem later on down the series. But tonight he's come out because he is personally guaranteed that he would be in attendance for the first match to make sure no funny business goes down in this very important matchup between the next two competitors out. And that's why the GM is out here showing his love to the crowd, the chairman of the company. The reason that this is all happening here, one episode shy of 50 episodes, the general manager makes an appearance here tonight. And it's important that he does, because this match is the battle of the runners-up for the Road to Glory tournament. The two most popular voted people will now compete in the ring for a WIW contract. And the first man down to the ring was King Sam's newest protege, Alex Wilson. Chosen by King Sam due to his unique fighting style that, as King Sam said, was unlike many people in WIW. And Alex Wilson tonight has an amazing opportunity ahead of him if he can get past one person. He couldn't get past James Rowley in the first round, and he went on to lose. Jackson Wagner, excuse me, in the first round of the tournament, and went on to lose, but it was enough for the crowd to win the crowd over from what he showed. And that was what I was saying for all the tournament. If you could show yourself off, show how talented you are in that ring, then you're on for good things in this tournament, and that's exactly what Alex Wilson did. And he's taken advantage of the public vote, and now he has himself an all-important match here tonight for a WIW contract. The winner of this, of course, will be signed to Fight Night, since both their mentors were Fight Night competitors. And funny enough, of course, they will both be in tonight's main event. It will be King Sam versus Travis Cotterrell in a last man standing match for the World Heavyweight Championship. So neither mentor will be in attendance tonight. So it's important that these two realize they can do it on their own. But here comes the man who believes he was robbed in the first lot of the tournament, and it's J.W Cashman. He believes that the whole tournament was rigged, well, the finals at least, was rigged against him, and that there should have been a rope break on the cover where he was defeated. A controversial decision indeed from J.W Cashman, but after hearing these responses week after week, the general manager came out and said, if it's going to make you feel better about doing this matchup, then I will be at ringside. With no interference, of course. This is the general manager, and this is an important match. He's just going to be there to make sure no funny business goes down while this match happens. Because this is an important match, and neither man can afford to be ripped off here in such an occasion, and the general manager knows that, which is why he happily obliged to be here live and in person to see a new Fight Night superstar being crowned here tonight. The referee rings the bell, and away we go. Here tonight, look at it, straight out the gate with a Pele kick. Straight out the gate, not wasting any time at all here to get this one done with. And look at this, Cashman in serious trouble straight out the gate, because the flurry of offense. Look at this, Wilson not even giving him a second to recuperate. Oh, Irish whip to the corner. Cashman needs to start mounting some offense, because look at this. We're like 30 seconds in, and already he's in serious trouble. Look at this. Hammerlock DDT from Alex Wilson. And the build-up has been mad for this one. These two have been fighting hard in the tournament, and now looking for a chance to become WIW superstars, and a future shock DDT there. They both want this chance. Only one of them you were going to see more of in the future. But which one is it going to be? Alex Wilson has come out the gate strong here, but he did in the first round. But it was when he went for something big and it was countered, that's when things went wrong for him. So if Cashman can counter the big strikes again, then he's on for a good match here. Oh, big duck onto the clothesline and a discus elbow. Nice work there from J.W Cashman. And now look at this. Just brings him down to one knee in a miniature DDT, and these two fighting hard. Of course, Cashman made it all the way to the final, was the actual runner-up of the tournament. Unfortunately for him, losing to the winner, James Rowley, who, of course, is still undefeated to this date, despite, of course, his ongoing struggles with Alan Hart. And now look at this, spins him around, and a big STO. Well done there by Alex Wilson. And Alex Wilson really showing off a bit more in this match than he can afford to, because he's actually doing pretty well. Straight out the gate here. And of course the GM just there at ringside, making sure, you know, that nothing fishy goes down. He doesn't want anything to affect the outcome of this match other than a clean 1, 2, 3 in the middle of that ring. But Cashman is on the receiving end of a beatdown right now, and Wilson with a beautiful slam down onto the apron. Oh, big counter by Cashman. Now needs to mount some offense. And Cashman, big suplex. We saw it in the first round of the tournament, of course. J.W Cashman beating Elijah Steele with a single punch in the first round of the tournament. And that was enough to pick up the win. Can he do that again tonight? But he's having already done a few more moves than he did in that match, that has to be said. And the general manager cheering on both parties. This is an important match. He has no idea which way this is going to end. Beautiful 450 splash there from the springboard apron. And now looking, trying to lift him up. Oh, big escape there by Alex Wilson. And these two, of course, are fighting for jobs. They're fighting for their incomes, their futures. Their future wrestling career lies right here. The importance of this match is unmistakable, and a beautiful standing moonsault there from Alex Wilson. Picks him up straight back to his feet. Back up onto the shoulders. No. Counter again, and an inverted DDT by J.W Cashman, who plays to the crowd. And the crowd not really behind him, but then again, they voted for him to have his second chance. They can't say that he isn't a popular man. And a beautiful move there, and then flies across the ring. And then looking for one more. Oh no, Wilson went for his own. Ducked and countered by Cashman. And all of a sudden the tide has turned, and Cashman with the momentum. And then now gets him up. Oh, Northern Light suplex, Bridges. Oh wait, no, I thought he was going for the cover, but instead following through with a massive brainbuster. Beautiful work there by J.W Cashman, but Wilson's able to just shrug it off. Able to shrug it off and keep fighting. And it's important that he keeps doing that. He had the control for the start of this match, but starting to slip away from him. Cashman really providing a brilliant fight back now. And now look at this. Oh, big counter there by Wilson. And that could have proved out to be much worse if he didn't. And now has him trapped in the corner. What's he thinking? Spins him around. And lifting him up here. What is this? Oh, and a super kick. And his head ricocheted off the corner. And Alex Wilson, devastating impact there with that super kick. Is he going to be able to put him away now? Oh, there's a neck breaker. Beautiful stuff here from Alex Wilson. Oh, look at this. Try to grab him by the legs there, but Cashman fights back. And you can see in this match how much it means to them. But Cashman ready to put it away. Secure himself a contract. And there's the big punch. The $1 million shot. That's what beat Elijah Steele. Is it going to be enough to beat Alex Wilson to get a contract? No, it's a 2 count. And I didn't think it would be from all the offense he's taken, but it was enough to put Elijah Steele away. I look at the face of the general manager. He seems impressed from what he's seeing. 2 young proteges fighting it off. But now look at this. Beautiful punch here into the bitter end. Bitter end. And now Wilson into the cover. Is that it for Wilson? Oh no, it's a 2 count again. And neither side can put it away. Wilson swears blind that that was a 3 count. And he's only going to get a 2 for his troubles. What an opening contest this has been so far. Both men fighting like their lives are on the line. And in realism, your wrestling life is on the line tonight. Neither one can afford. And of course, their 2 mentors, King Sam and Travis, facing off in the main event of this pay-per-view in a last man standing match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Is that the future that is in store for these two? Well, we'll have to find out later down the line, but one of them has a future in this company and the other does not. Beautiful little springboard there. And Alex Wilson, all of a sudden with the control there off the bitter end. And now into the corner. Might be Trying to set him up for that super kick again. This is not good. Cashman in a bad position here. Super kick in the head. Ricochets off that top turnbuckle again. Drags him away from the ropes and he's going to go for the cover. Has he done enough to put away Cashman? No, he hasn't. It's a 2 count. And a solid kick out at 2 there. Not 2.5. That was a 2. And now Wilson might be looking for the bitter end again. Might be ready to put him away. Oh no! Big counter! Big counter by Cashman. And now needs to capitalise on the counter. Snap over the shoulder. And now going to wrench away. Oh no! Wait a minute. Big counter again, this time by Wilson. Oh, look at that! Beautiful move there. Oh, he caught him into a powerbomb. Flipped into a powerbomb. What a match this has been so far. And now Cashman to the top rope. Maybe looking for that 450 senton. Connects with it. Connects with the 450. That's got to be it. But wait a minute. His hand is under the ropes. His hand is under the ropes. That shouldn't count. That does not count, surely. How did that go unmissed? That must be a rope break, and we must have to see that again. Alex Wilson is defeated, though, by J.W Cashman. They both put up a fantastic fight. But in the end, Alex Wilson loses out to Cashman. And I'm not sure about that. There was the big counter that turned the tide. But it was the 450 senton. Here it is. And we'll see here how far the arm extends. Oh, no, we didn't get to see it on the replay, but a controversial decision there after J.W Cashman had one of controversial decision of his own. But I'm not 100% sure on that. I think we're going to have to see a replay of that one. But J.W Cashman picks up the win, and he's officially a Fight Night superstar, and the GM claps him on. He has no problems with the verdict, but look at this, Alex Wilson. The calling card has been left, and the warning has been sent. J.W Cashman is coming to Fight Night. Can Travis, his mentor, have the same success tonight and become World Heavyweight Champion? I guess we'll have to find out. But a very, very good first win here for J.W Cashman. Next up tonight, man, we thought this was going to start the show, but it didn't end up doing so in the end. Here at the Last Stand pay-per-view, but it's the 8-man Battle Royal, and the winner will be officially announced as the team captain of Friday Fight Night. For the next pay-per-view, we already know 2 members of the 4-on-4 tag team match for Monday Night Mayhem, including, of course, the captain in SDC and his newest partner, who was confirmed a few days ago, Jade. And that is 2 members of that team, so we need to now find the first member of this team, and the first man down to the ring is Wilson Woodward. Has been struggling as of late. Last time we saw him was in the television championship match, where he was quite blatantly destroyed by the television champion, but then again, who isn't? This is his big opportunity to push right to the top of the card here tonight. If he can walk out as the team captain of Friday Fight Night. The Monday Night Mayhem team, of course, have had a lot more time to prepare, which is why they've already got 2 members, and this team have none, with just 4 weeks to go before the pay-per-view. And Wilson Woodward, first man down and the next man down. Another formidable foe in SaLgames. Last time out, he returned to the ring in the last episode. Lost on count out to Jake Griffiths in quite a cowardly fashion indeed. And Jake Griffiths sending his own warning, saying that after Last Stand, it will be the year of the Burrow. Whatever that means, I'm not entirely sure, but he seemed very threatening when he said it, so I guess he wants to be he wants to be taken very seriously. So can SaLgames now secure the spot as the team captain? And I'll tell you what, he'd be a good team captain as well. Knows what it takes to be a winner. Has been here since near the very beginning. He's a true veteran of WIW, in any sense of the word, of course, because the company isn't that old. So SaLgames, of course, would be a very valuable leader. A lot of people recognize the name, they look up to him, and he would be a very, very nice challenge for his opponents at the pay-per-view. That's 2 men down. Time to bring out the other 6, and the first one of those, finally, with his shorts repaired, it is Ryan Austin. Been taking some time off to figure out what the hell has been growing out of his shorts. He hasn't been able to figure it out for quite some time now, but he's finally got it, and he's back to in-ring action. And another man who would make a brilliant team captain, a very tactical fighter, knows what it takes, and of course has the ability to end the fight with a single kick, that lethal running punt kick that he has. It almost put away original Brad to win the first World Heavyweight Championship. Couldn't quite do it. Was the finalist in the first World Heavyweight Championship tournament. And of course, had a chance to face for the TV title, but decided to walk away from Big Willie, who then became the champion. Clearly that was the smart choice in the end, but Ryan clearly has a tactical mind. He knows when the battles are ready to win and when they're not, and probably how to turn the tide. So he could be a very good choice for captain. So understandable that the GM has thrown him back in there to get himself an opportunity. So next up tonight, coming down to the ring. Can't really tell who this is right now because I can't really hear any of the game sound. So this is a big opportunity for all of these men. They need to try their best here to get this opportunity. To lead this team could mean big things, and that's exactly what it could mean for this man right here, Carter James. One half of the team of him and K.O. Oxley, of course, still yet to be named. I'm not sure they want to name, because of course both of these men on the side very interested in pursuing singles careers as well as working together in the tag division. And that is why Carter James is out here to try and capture himself a spot as the team captain of Friday Fight Night. And of course, not many people are going to be familiar with him and K.O. Oxley, but they know that they're a very formidable tag team from the time they spend, and that's going to be valuable in a Survivor Series tag match. You're going to want to be able to trust your teammates and knows they've got what it takes to win in this tag team environment, and that's exactly what he brings to the table. Of course, beating the #1 contenders for today's Fight Night Tag Team Championships in the past. So can Carter James go on to lead this team? SDC was quite a surprise when he ended up captaining this squad. Could Carter James do the exact same thing here tonight? It would be a very interesting twist indeed. So we are halfway through the entrance, so we'll see who the rest are. And look at this. The next man down to the ring, who you gotta think now has an even better chance than most people in this ring, especially with his teammate in the ring. It is K.O. Oxley. Both Oxley and James are in this matchup, and that is giving them an even better chance of one of them walking out the team captain of Friday Fight Night. And these two have vowed that no matter what happens in the ring, they both understand that they both want singles careers, they're both pushing for singles titles, and that they are both willing to fight to the end to win this match. So no hard feelings despite whatever happens in the ring, which means they intend to fight their way to victory if they have to. But if they can find a way to work together and not blind themselves by the fact that this is a opportunity to be team captain, then they're probably going to both make it. If one of them makes it as captain, it would be very hard to imagine that the other would not be chosen to be a part of that team. So K.O. Oxley and Carter James, big opportunities here tonight. If one of them can make the team captain, you've got to imagine that both members of the team will be on the card. And next man down to the ring, you can tell by the red flashing lights, we are in the presence of the Demon. The Demon is on his way to the ring. Someone else who knows what it takes to be a winner, but hasn't quite made it at the top level yet. He's been trying for quite some time. He was a member of the trial era, but unable to capitalize on the opportunities as they come. And that has been his biggest problem so far, but tonight is a major opportunity to team captain Fight Night, especially if they turn out to be the winning team. That could be all the difference that it needs to be to pick up the win. And here he comes. There he is emerging from the red smoke. It is the Demon, P.J. McNair. And I can't stress enough the importance of this match. Most of these cards on the night have something to fight for. Maybe an exception to that, 1 or 2 matches. But the Demon knows how important this match could be for his career. Try and steer it back on track. He's been fading out of the card as of late. and wants to fight his way back on it. So can the Demon capitalize on his opportunity here tonight? And we're looking at a stacked ring right now. This really is a brilliant battle that we're seeing right now. Well, we're going to see, because we got so many top tier competitors in the ring, and another one is about to make his way down to the ring. Made his in-ring return just a few shows ago, and he had a pretty good showing, but was unable to pick up the win. No surprise, as he did face off against Big Willie, and he wasn't too impressed about it. He was a little bit upset. He thought that was going to be his big moment where he became television champion, but unfortunately for him, he wasn't able to cash in on that opportunity. But maybe this is the one for him. And that he's a well-known team player. He knows how to get it done in the ring. And Liam Connors wants the opportunity to captain the Fight Night team, lead the team to victory to Mayhem, and then catch in a title opportunity potentially down the road. A big, big opportunity here tonight for this man. Of course, for everybody in that ring, but for Liam Connors, you can see it in his eyes how badly he wants it. Can he capitalize? And if I'm not mistaken, that is 7 men down to the ring. We are awaiting the last man down to the ring. And who could it be? Who is the last man to make an appearance in this matchup? Oh my god. Is it him? Is it actually him? He's going to be in this match. I did not expect this at all, ladies and gentlemen. But it looks like the last man down to the ring is the former heavyweight champion himself. The first ever WIW heavyweight champion. Original Brad. Original Brad makes his way down to the ring for the first time in quite some time. Haven't seen as much of him since, of course, his big clash with Big Willie. And it shows the power of Big Willie, really, because he was able to just destroy Original Brad. And he's not exactly an easy man to keep down. And what a team captain this would be if Original Brad could secure himself the captain spot here tonight. What a big, big day that would be for him and for Fight Night, having a former world champion lead the front, of course. And this match is on the way, and look at this, everybody going straight at it with none another. And this is going to be one hell of a contest. Remember the winner, as I've mentioned already quite a few times, the winner of this match will be the captain for Team Fight Night against Mayhem. We already know that Jade will be in the team of Mayhem, along with team captain of Mayhem, SDC. So we know there are 2 members already confirmed over there. Are we going to get a third one here tonight? This time on Fight Night, and SaLgames already gone at the hands of Carter James. And look at that, beautiful move there by James there. A run-up knee there. Use one knee to run up, and then the other one to make the elimination. Now looking for another elimination. Oh, and Connors holds on. And SaLgames, a very surprise early exit there, and he's the first eliminated. It's just like that, we're down to 7. And this is going to be one hell of a battle. We already have a tag team in here, and straight out the gate, they're not going for each other, but they've made it clear that if they do decide to attack each other, they're not going to hold any grudges. They both understand how important a singles career can be to them, and they know if one of them goes on to win this, then the other's going to be a part of the team, you've got to imagine. Oh, look at this. Now trying to pick up the big elimination on Original Brad and couldn't do it. Meanwhile, Woodward's in trouble in the opposite corner as he deals with PJ McNair pretty well there, escaping the corner. And now the punches and strikes. And now Brad's got Carter James on the ropes, and he couldn't quite make the most of it. And quite bunched up here is everybody. Still a lot of people in this ring, so no wonder. Ryan's held up on the ropes here. And look at this, Oxley and James now going for each other. Oh, and a massive suplex. And you'd have thought maybe they might have held out for a little longer, but they decided that the first 2 minutes or so was enough. And now look at this, McNair on the opposite side in trouble. Liam Connors trying to pick up the elimination on him, and he couldn't quite do it. And now Oxley and James turn their attentions to Original Brad and Ryan Austin. 2 Two true WIW veterans. Meanwhile, Connors is in trouble as McNair and Wilson Woodward trying to pick up the elimination on him, and there goes Connors. On a big counter there from original Brad on the clothesline. And Brad taking on both Oxley and Carter James right now. Taking them both on right now, and he can't quite deal with KO Oxley. So Liam Connors and SaLgames already gone, and now McNair trying to eliminate Woodward as well. But Woodward once again with the counter, and Woodward and McNair battling the whole way through this match so far. And now Oxley, look at this. Beautiful exploder suplex, and did you see the impact on that? An original Brad under heavy fire from Oxley. And he's struggling to deal with him right now, begging him to get back to his feet. And it's dangerous being up on the top rope. But look at this, Ryan on the opposite side in trouble. As Carter James trying to get rid of him. We're down to 6 right now. Sal and Liam Connors already gone. And now Woodward just working away on the Demon. And now Woodward begging him to get back to his feet. Might be looking just for a bit of added impact here. Just to devastate. Oh, look at that. Massive brainbuster. That was not just any brainbuster. McNair does that himself. And getting rubbed in his face here is getting beaten down from Wilson Woodward. Meanwhile, original Brad's going to return on his pursuit on to work on KO Oxley. Now Oxley in trouble as Brad's got him on the ropes here, but big counter by KO Oxley. And Brad might want to be careful. If that's a matchup that he's not winning, he doesn't want to get caught up in it, because that could cost him the match if he does. Meanwhile, once again, Woodward and McNair trying to work on each other, just trying to eliminate the other. They're trying to get rid of each other, but they can't do it. Neither one of them can get the edge. Meanwhile, Brad finally comes up with a counter for Oxley and bounces him off the rope there. Meanwhile, Ryan's working on Carter James in the bottom right-hand corner. And now look at this. Big strike by original Brad, sending Oxley back down to the canvas. And he's only going to go middle rope, wisely so. Meanwhile, Woodward and McNair, as they've been battling. Oh, look at this! Oh, he nearly got caught there and almost got eliminated, Brad. He got lucky. Carter James only threw him in and not out, because that could have been a costly mistake. And now look at this. McNair working away on Woodward whilst the kill switch is hit there by Carter James on Ryan Austin. Oh, but Ryan's able to shrug it off. Woodward, he's been trying to survive for quite some time as McNair keeps trying to eliminate him. But can he actually do it? Can he pick up the elimination finally? Look at this, Ryan with the Pele kick. Ryan with the Pele kick on Carter James. And look at this. It's quite messy over here now because everyone's just trading fists. Everyone getting caught in the bundle. And now Woodward trying to pick up the big elimination on original Brad. What an elimination this would be. Brad in a lot of trouble here. Woodward has got him in it. Oh, I think he's got him. He might have him here. Brad's in trouble. No, Brad's able to power out of it. And what a team captain Brad would be. But Woodward very hungry and eager to make it his captain. He was the first man to enter the Money in the Bank ladder match. Will he be the first man to captain their big match like this in the 4v4 tag match? And now Oxley once again trapped in the corner, this time by PJ McNair. Looks like Woodward actually separated from him for a minute. And now look at original Brad. Look at this. Brad chokeslam. And down goes the man that is Wilson Woodward. And now left on the ropes to hang. Brad looking to make the elimination. And there goes Woodward. No, Woodward holds on. And now McNair trying to get rid of KO Oxley, and he does. Oxley's gone. And McNair just going to take the time to taunt. We're down to 5, sorry, can't count. As KO Oxley has entered the ring, and now Carter James doesn't have to worry about ruining their friendship anymore. At least he didn't eliminate him. Oh, look at that. Brad was going for the elimination on Woodward, but now Carter James now working away on him. He's not happy at all. 5 men left. And you've got to imagine any of these would make good captains. And now Carter James looking for glory here, looking to maybe pick up the elimination here on the Demon if he can. Oh, and the Demon's in a vulnerable position. Look at this. Hurricane Rana. And he does it. There goes the Demon. Well, let's have a look at that again on the replay. What an elimination that was. The Hurricane Rana over the top rope and keeps himself in as well. Almost made the ultimate sacrifice and eliminated himself there to get rid of the Demon. But the Demon is gone and we're down to 4. Carter James, Original Brad, Ryan Austin and Wilson Woodward. Now Carter James has got Brad on the ropes. Brad able to just get off them there, but he still fell to one knee. But now Brad, look at that beautiful inverted Russian leg sweep and a DDT from Ryan as well. And look at this, Ryan and Brad, these two with a very big history between each other. Of course, these two faced off for the first ever World Heavyweight Championship match. Oh no, look at this, Ryan gets tossed out again. Ryan just can't get the better of Original Brad. He can't seem to do it. And Original Brad with a big strike. And now Brad going to toss Woodward over. And Woodward's in trouble here as he's on the ropes. But a big counter and he manages to escape. And Brad, look at that, trying to take him all down, and he paid the price. We're down to 3, and Woodward begging him to get back to his feet, maybe looking to just toss him over the rope instead. Gets him up on the shoulders. And slam him down with that massive slam from the fireman's carry. And now Brad might just be an easy picking for an elimination here. Brad's in trouble. Woodward's going to put him on the ropes. Are we down to just 2? Yes, we are! Woodward with a massive elimination. And just like that, we're down to 2. Wilson Woodward and Carter James. And now Carter James spins him around. There's a suplex. And I thought Brad was on track to go on and win this there. Couldn't manage it. Wilson Woodward picking up the massive elimination. And there's a drop kick. And now being brought back to his feet. These two fighting for it. KO Oxley with a kill switch. Beautiful move there. And now gets him on the ropes. This could be it. Wilson Woodward's in trouble. Has Carter James done it? Can he find that final elimination? Oh, look at this. Looking for it again. The Hurricane Rana. He's got it. Carter James is the team captain. What a win for Carter James. He went on to do it. His teammate was eliminated by McNair, I think. But in the end, he's done it. Carter James now the team captain of Friday Fight Night. And you got to imagine that KO Oxley is going to be a part of that team as well. What a fight that was. Everybody gave it their all. They all gave it their best shot. But it was Carter James in the end that picks up the win. His first win as a singles competitor. And it's earned in the captaincy of Friday Fight Night. Well, him and Oxley are becoming tag team specialists, and now they're getting a very special opportunity indeed, as Carter James becomes the captain of Friday Fight Night. Question is though, can he lead a team to glory against Team Mayhem, which is growing in strength every episode? We'll have to find out later down the line, but it is time to move on down the rest of the card. Well, we now know the team captain of Fight Night is Carter James. A big win there for him. His first singles victory, and that's worked out well for him and Oxley. But the next one's down to the ring. Look at this, coming out together here. Showing a bit of unity here is Soulman Akira and Daniel Robertson for this tag team matchup. If you haven't been following the story, a few months ago now, Daniel Robertson debuted against Bruiser Brad. He picked up the win, and then from there, these two, Bruiser Brad and Daniel Robertson, were fighting for weeks and weeks. And after a big win against Bruiser Brad at the pay-per-view, he came out and beat down Soulman Akira and requested that he would not fight anyone else other than Robertson. The next week, he went on to face Robertson, and Soulman Akira had to come to his rescue as he continued to beat him down after the match with a steel chair. But Daniel Robertson decided to work with Soulman Akira today in a tag team match. They do not know who Bruiser Brad's mystery partner is going to be, but tonight they come out together to show some unity as a team. And I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Maybe a potential tag team developing here. I do like how they've come out together. They're showing their strength, and they don't care how much the big man weighs or what he brings to the table. He's beaten them both before, Bruiser Brad, and they don't want to let it happen again. Tonight is a big match for all of these men, all trying to make their names in this company, and it's a special night for all of them. Bruiser Brad out next. Once again, will be brought to the ring by Theodore Adam Wright. And Bruiser Brad, of course, wisely has not revealed his tag team partner for the evening. And we just saw a lot of men in that 8-man battle royal. So I guess we can eliminate them. I guess, of course. I don't know. He might still pick one of them. But Bruiser Brad coming into the ring once again with Theodore Adam Wright, his trusty manager. And I'm sure Bruiser Brad being one of his most successful clients. Or clientele, whichever you prefer. But Bruiser Brad makes his way down to the ring without his partner, obviously. I don't think he was expecting these two to come out together. But who has he chosen to be his partner? Who has he chosen? Oh my god. What? Big Boss? No way. Big Boss has been chosen to be his tag team partner for the evening. Oh my god, what a heavy tag team that is. Big Boss weighing over over 500 pounds according to the scales, but Big Boss, what an amazing surprise. But not for Soulman Akria and Daniel Robertson. They're both the little men in comparison to Bruiser Brad, never mind to this monster that is Big Boss. Big Boss has had some big fights in his life, battles against PJ McNair, Chris Danger, of course. He's been a part of some big feuds, and tonight he's been called in to be the cavalry for Bruiser Brad, and it looks like Soulman Akira is going to start off with Bruiser Brad. And what a surprise that was, look at that. And Soulman Akira is going to go right to the big man, but he's going to get shoved back. And now once again just going to try and trade the strikes. But again, you can't do that with someone like Bruiser Brad. He's a fantastic striker. Of course, a natural-born boxer. And he takes him down. And that's what Soulman Akira needed to do early. But look at this, just powers its way back to his feet and just tosses over Akira like nothing. And is this the last we're going to see of the Robertson and Bruiser Brad rivalry? I don't know. Because Soulman Akira, of course, is helping out the cause. But I don't know how this is going to, if this is going to end it. But like we say, Daniel Robertson is small in comparison to Bruiser Brad. Imagine in comparison to Big Boss. And now look at this, the first tag is made, and in comes the Big Boss and off the middle rope. And look at this, Theodore Adam Wright already chucking in the chair. He wants to get this over and done with already. The result of this match, although clearly Theodore Adam Wright doesn't agree, could shape the future of these guys' careers. And now look at this, tag made, and in comes Daniel Robertson for the first time, and this is going to be quite an interesting partnership. Look at this, combined strength for the two, able to toss him into the air. Oh, and Theodore Adam Wright getting right in the face of Soulman Akira. But look at this, Big Boss and Daniel Robertson. Look at the difference. I'm not sure Daniel Robertson is going to be able to deal with this. Look at the difference between the two. This massive mountain of a man against the ultimate underdog, and he's managed to catch him with a kick. He's got him down, and he picked him back up. That was probably not the wise thing to do, but he's got him down again with the strike. And look at that, wisely just tags out, and back in comes Soulman Akira. Soulman Akira, the taller of the two at least, but he's not exactly the tall man in comparison to Bruiser Brad and Big Boss, who is in control as of right now. And Big Boss, we're not used to seeing him dominate for large portions of the match, but we are used to seeing him destroy his opponents, and that's going to do the trick with that massive leg drop. That's a lot of force being bared down on the man that is Soulman Akira. Trying to stay for his team here. And Soulman Akira is in trouble. Look at this, to the middle rope again. Bringing him back to his feet, maybe looking for that double axe handle. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Right onto the skull. And a tag made by Bruiser Brad. Akira's trying to crawl to make the tag of his own. And I think Bruiser Brad's going to let him do it. He does. In the tag. Here comes Daniel Robertson again. Oh, when Bruiser Brad tried to catch him, he couldn't do it. Oh, look at this. Where's Robertson going? He ducks under the clothesline and tried to get to the top turnbuckle. But Bruiser Brad didn't let it happen and now follows him to the outside. And these two, with a rivalry that has sprouted since the days of their debuts. They debuted against each other, and since then, they have hated each other with a passion. And now Robertson feeling the wrath here of Bruiser Brad with the STO and choking through as well. The referee continuing the count. And I'm not sure how bothered they would be If this does end in a count out, I'm sure Bruiser Brad will just continue to beat him down for the rest of the night. Big counter by Robertson, though, and a big punch to take him down. Count of 7, and Robertson gets it back in the ring under the referee's request. Oh, and look at that. Tried to crawl for the tag for Big Boss, and he couldn't make it there. And wisely, Robertson's going to bring him to his corner. And tags back in Soulman Akria. He's being smart here, Robertson, keeping himself fresh. He knows there's an obvious size mismatch here. So he's going to let Soulman Akria do the majority of the work. But comes in off the hot tags and stuff. And now look at this, a knee bar. Knee bar applied, and this could be a smart tactic here by Soulman Akria. Just to wear down the limbs of Big Boss. And Soulman Akria yet to beat the big man, but yet Bruiser Brad, of course, only losing to one man ever, and that is Daniel Robertson. He's been pretty dominant since his debut. He has beaten Robertson on a couple of occasions, but as of late, he lost when it mattered, and that was at the pay-per-view. His very first pay-per-view was a defeat. And now look at this into the corner. Look at that with a full head of steam. But a big counter by Soulman Akria. And now can he capitalize? Russian leg sweep by Soulman Akria. Now trying to crawl away to safety, trying to tag back in Bruiser Brad, Big Boss. And now look at this, with a bonsai drop. Bonsai drop of his own to the big man. And the battle of the bonsai drops, captured here. Tried to go for the win, and he couldn't get it done with the interruption. And the Russian leg sweep to the Big Boss, who is sent out of the ring. But Bruiser Brad's had time to recover, and he takes him down with a massive shoulder tackle. And what a massive team they're up against. And he's not happy now because he got hit with his own bonsai drop, and he's used to bringing down the pain with the bonsai drop, but Soulman Akira has been doing it since day one. And I didn't even think about that because last time they faced, he didn't even get a chance to land his bonsai drop, Soulman Akira. He got beaten down pretty badly on the last episode of Friday Fight Night. But tonight in this tag team matchup, could have put away Bruiser Brad there, but the save was made by Big Boss. And now scooping him up. Oh, and a massive slam down. And the damage was done there. And now looking for a sidewalk slam. Connects. And this is when Bruiser Brad gets dangerous. He lands all the big slams, the big bombs. And that is when he takes control of the match. That's what he's done recently against Robertson. And that's what he's done against Akira. Of course, he can't let his momentum slip. He beat them both individually. Can he beat him here tonight? Especially when he's got that massive reinforcement in Big Boss to his side. Soulman Akira wants to tag out. He does. Tag and another tag as well. And in comes the Big Boss and the size mismatch hit. Look at this. Oh, tried to go for him, but he was too small for him to hit the clothesline. Completely misjudged it. And now Daniel Robertson working away on the Big Boss in the corner. Look how hard he's having to reach just to grab the head. And Big Boss might have a minor concussion after that one. And now Robertson looking to use the aerial advantage here as he begs Big Boss back to his feet. This has been a great fighting spirit so far from Daniel Robertson, and he takes him down with the Hurricane Rana. And now back to his feet. Oh, look at this. Robertson, axe kick. Axe kick. And Big Boss shakes it off. Back up to his feet. Irish whip. Oh, and a massive spine buster, lifting him at least 8 feet into the air. I mean, Big Boss, I believe, 7'3". A massive spear to the little man. And into the cover. Is that going to be enough to pick up a win for his team? No, that was close. And Soulman Akira didn't seem too worried about it. But that was a lot closer than that looked. And look at that. Just squashing him between his legs there. Couldn't even barely see his head at times from that. And now ready to put him away. Looking for the boss kick. Robertson's in trouble here. He might shoot over him if he's not careful. There's the boss kick. And into the cover goes Big Boss. Is that going to be enough to put away Robertson? No, Akira breaks it. And Bruiser Brad couldn't quite stop Akira from charging forward. And now, look at this. Akira under attack now by the legal man, Big Boss. And tag team action here. Off the tag, doing the work on Soulman Akira here. Oh, beautiful tag team work. But, of course, Akira is not the legal man. That still counts as a legal tag, though. And now Bruiser Brad with Soulman Akira down. Ready to put away Daniel Robertson. Robertson's in trouble. There it is, the bear hug again. It tapped out Akria last week. Is he going to get the job done? Yes, it is. Big Boss and Bruiser Brad, this massive team, have picked up the win. Akria couldn't get back up to break it in time. And Daniel Robertson once again suffers defeat. But this is his first pay-per-view defeat to Bruiser Brad. And Soulman Akria almost got the job done earlier, but Big Boss able to break up the pin. And what a fantastic tag team match that was. Both teams gave it their all, but in the end, the combined power and strength of the two big men was too much for Robertson. It was the spear, then the super kick, then the bear hug, and there was just nothing that Robertson could do once that was done. Well, look at the size of this team. Could you imagine if these two decided to join forces? They could become the most dominant tag team. God knows, since when, I guess. Since the Linebacks, since the Wolfpac. But what a matchup that was. Bruiser Brad tonight, that was all about getting revenge on Daniel Robertson. And finding a new ally as well in Big Boss. A big win for these two here at the Last Stand pay-per-view. But we still got plenty more matches to go, so let's move on down the rest of the card. Next up tonight, the first title match of the evening, and it is for the Television Championship. We knew that Big Willie would be issuing the open challenge here tonight, but it was already announced earlier in the week who was going to accept the challenge, and the man accepting the challenge is going to be the first man down to the ring. It is the most recent person, well actually not the most recent person to beat Big Willie. Big Willie coming off a defeat at the pay-per-view to Mr. King Sam, not at the pay-per-view, sorry, at the last episode to King Sam. But here comes Peter Bolton, the ace himself, the last man to beat Big Willie in a non-title match. And he was unfortunate that it was a big non-title match. But Big Brad, of course, it was original Brad that saved the match for Peter Bolton, and he was almost out of it. Almost got the free count, but his foot was put on the ropes by Brad, and he went on to pick up the win with the ace in the hole. And yes, he may need of assistance to kick out of the hold, but he's one of the very, very few people. He's one of 3 people who have actually kept him down and out for the count. And now Peter Bolton has been awarded his title opportunity because of it. We were expecting him to cash in on the open challenge at some point, but he waited until Last Stand to cash it in, and that was a wise decision indeed. With the spotlight on you, tonight could be the night that the Beast falls, but he's up against an almost unstoppable Big Willie. As I mentioned before, since he debuted, he has only lost to 3 people, and that is Soulman Akria, King Sam, which was just the other night, and Peter Bolton. But of course, in title matches, currently unbeaten, has never lost the title match. Not many of his title matches have lasted longer than 10 minutes or so. His longest title match was, of course, the match he won the title in, which was the Fatal 4-Way between him, Sal, McNair, and Travis Cotterrell. It was a massive 4-man battle. And since then, he's been destroying everyone in his path with one mission, and that is to hold on to the Television Championship that is around his waist. And tonight, he has a chance to do just that again. He's up against the man who's beat him in the past. But can, this time, Bolton pick up the title if he can pick up the win again? That's what it's for. The Television Championship on the line tonight. Only 2 title holders in history to hold it. Peter Bolton looking to become the 3rd tonight. As I mentioned, a non-title victory against Brad, and that's why the general manager was eagerly anticipating that he would accept the open challenge. But can he do it? Can Peter Bolton actually complete the task and become the television champion tonight? Can he dethrone the Beast, the champion? Big Willie has been so dominant as champion, sworn to defend it pretty much every night that he physically can. Of course, didn't defend it last week at the orders of the general manager. But Peter Bolton has got one tough task ahead of him, because when this man is in the ring and the title is on the line, he's almost unstoppable. And a big win here tonight it would be for Peter Bolton's career. It would be his first title that he will hold. His first title opportunity, if I'm not mistaken, here for Peter Bolton as well. So this is a big fight. And the title is raised high in the air. The TV title on the line once again. Peter Bolton versus Big Willie. I'm expecting big things from this match, so let's see how this goes. Let's get this one on the way. And look at that. Peter Bolton trying to bring it straight away to Big Willie, but straight away Big Willie on the attack. No surprise whatsoever to see him come out the gate strong. That's how he starts most of his matches. That's how he started against King Sam the other day. Look at that big spinning back fist. Stays on his feet and then taken down with a big jab. And Peter Bolton, oh, big counter there by Bolton. And he's already survived longer than a few people. Some people have stepped into the ring and literally been taken out by him straight away. And now look at this, a neck breaker here from Peter Bolton. Takes him down. And with every passing second, there's another second that he's beaten someone else's attempts at beating Big Willie. Remember, this is one fall to the finish, but there is countouts and disqualification, which means the advantage lies here with Big Willie. Because, of course, if he loses by disqualification or by countout, he will retain the championship. But we know Big Willie isn't really one to do that. He's more of a guy who just likes to go in and destroy his opponents and show his strength. But you don't let, of course, that confuse you. He's still one of the nicest guys in the business. And what's Bolton thinking here? Now going to work away on the limbs here. And that might be the smart strategy here if he can just target the limbs, make him weak. And if he struggles to stand or to punch, that is where he might have the advantage here, Peter Bolton. And Big Willie, why is he going to slide out of the ring? He senses the control was being lost there. Oh, and Bolton. Oh, he's going to get caught taunting. He didn't realise Big Willie could get back in the ring as quickly as he did. Oh, went for a drop kick there, the big man. Couldn't quite connect. And now Peter Bolton up on the shoulders. In trouble here. It's not where he wants to be. There's the stun gun off the ropes. And by far, in one-on-one title matches, this is by far the longest he's actually stayed in the ring against his competitor. Usually, he's been knocked off by now, but Peter Bolton putting up a fight. Tried to turn that into a cannonball there, Big Willie, but Peter Bolton manages to sidestep. And now to the top rope. This is dangerous, of course. We've seen him implode the ring before from this type of area. Can't afford to let that happen again, but that's why the ring has been reinforced, and specially to keep this man down. Oh, beautiful move there from Peter Bolton. And now tried to land a big punch, but a big counter by Big Willie. And now Big Willie looking to strike with a big move. But a tights, he's got him down. DDT. Big impact. Just almost driving his head through the apron. Which I wouldn't put that past Big Willie either. He's been so dominant as the TV champion. Not many people can have this many open challenges in a row and still walk out the champion at the end of it. And now look at this. Uranagi from the big man. And now we know what's coming next. Looking for it. Looking for the running knee. Connects perfectly. Right on the nose. And taking the time to taunt as well. He's enjoying the moment. He doesn't usually get to savor all these matches. They're usually over so quickly. But Peter Bolton is fighting back as much as he can. But it might be too little for him. And now look at this. There's the running powerbomb. He's away from the ropes. And right in the face there from the referee. No! Bolton kicked. Bolton kicked. And look at Big Willie pacing. He doesn't know what to do. No one usually kicks out of that. Or at least they haven't for quite some time. And I thought Big Willie had just retained. But Peter Bolton kicks out at 2.5. Unbelievable scenes. Peter Bolton really fighting back here. Trying to take down the big man. And now into the cover of his own. Is he going to put him away? Doesn't even get a 1 count. That must be the most worrying thing that Peter Bolton has seen so far. All the big hits he's taken, the big strikes. But the fact that he hasn't even got a 1 count yet must be screaming wonders for him. He needs to work away on him now. He has the element of surprise. Because no one was expecting him to kick out there. And definitely not Big Willie. So now if he can work away on him, take him while he's still recovering, that could be the moment that he needs to pull away here. But Big Willie now leading the charge back, trying to get back the control that he had at the beginning of this match. He's dominated it for the majority. But Peter Bolton has caught him off guard here by kicking out. And now tossed to the outside of the ring. And Big Willie, the television champion, has been so dominant that usually we'd all assume that that power bomb is going to put his opponent away. But Peter Bolton, for the first time in a long time, actually finds the way the strength to kick out of it. I believe he actually kicked out of it last time as well, so maybe I shouldn't have been so surprised. But Peter Bolton, maybe the ace just has his number. And Big Willie just doing all he can to put away Peter Bolton, but it's proving to be a more difficult task than he first maybe anticipated. Keeping him down on the floor, and that might be the strategy here. Can't let him mount an offense, but look at that! Running knee with no momentum! I'm telling Big Peter Bolton to suck it. Bit disrespectful there. I thought maybe he would appreciate the challenge. There's a Uranagi again. And bringing him back to his feet. But once again, look at this. Did you see the eyes of Big Willie? He couldn't believe it. Peter Bolton and out of another running knee again. And a Uranagi. And still fights on. What a fight Peter Bolton is putting up here. Trying to prove that Big Willie isn't invincible. Oh, look at this. Counters the suplex. Now needs to capitalize if he can. No, Big Willie just too overpowering. And now look at this. Just tosses him halfway across the ring. And what a battle this has been at the last stand. But this could be it now for Bolton. He's in trouble. Looking for the running powerbomb again. And he might crash him into the turnbuckle if he's not careful. Running powerbomb. And he's learned from his previous mistakes. Not going to go straight for the cover right next to the ropes. But that's it, surely. Peter Bolton put up a great fight. But in the end, there's just no stopping this man when the title is on the line. Big Willie knocks off another open challenge competitor. What a monstrosity. I struggle to say it there. What a monstrosity this man has been since arriving in WIW. And he has dominated ever since becoming the TV champion. That was the first powerbomb. We thought it was going to be enough. It didn't prove to be. Peter Bolton put on one hell of a fight and took a hell of a lot of hits. But in the end, it was this massive powerbomb ricocheting off of that middle turnbuckle that put him out of the fight. And it was lights out from there. And Big Willie's monstrous reign as the television champion continues. He's going to face Brad Skeens, the European champion, at the next pay-per-view as Fight Night and Mayhem battle between each other. What a colossal match that's going to be. Will Skeens be able to put him down? Obviously, it won't be for the title, but he might be able to actually get it done here. I don't know, but a big win for Big Willie, the television champion. And the question still remains as we move on to the next match. Who can take down this man for the title? Next up, some more title action, and it is a triple threat for the Fight Night Women's Championship, and the first woman down to the ring is Isabella Vega. I believe 2 shows ago she qualified for a title opportunity. She was expecting to be facing in the next week against the winner of the second triple threat, which was Jade Cotterrell, who of course that didn't end up being the case. The general manager decided the best way to do this and to give the most out of the opportunities for all 3 of these women was to put them all in a triple threat match. And that is why Isabella Vega, first woman down to the ring, looking to make some huge impacts here, some huge strides, and become the women's champion here tonight. She'll be the second women's champion here in Fight Night history, of course. Only the first title defense here tonight for Laura Stables, and we'll see with this new attitude of hers whether she can do it. But Jade Cotterrell, we know, has a bit of an attitude herself. A very tough competitor, very strong, very capable of being the women's champion. She never managed to do it in the trial era, but can she do it now? She has a very aggressive side. She's looking a lot more composed this year. But in the last episode when she fought against Shannon and against Vicky Valentine, we saw her strength. But unfortunately for her, she isn't fighting alone here tonight. It's not one-on-one, it's a triple threat. And of course that is more of a disadvantage to Laura Stables as it is, but this new attitude of Laura Stables as of late really has brought out the worst in her, of course, because she's been a lot darker as of late, but she is the champion for a reason. She spent a couple of weeks off camera, of course, after her last appearance destroying Vicky Valentine, but here she comes. Here is your Fight Night Women's Champ. Oh, wait, what? I'm confused. What the hell? So, wait, last week she came out, completely different hair and makeup and this really aggressive attitude, although a couple of weeks ago, excuse me, and now she's back to the princess thing. What the hell is this? I don't understand. I don't understand Laura Stables at all, but she's out here tonight. in the same kind of style that she won the title in the first time, but she is your Fight Night Women's Champion. And I'm getting really confused. She can't seem to make her mind up about what she wants to wear, I guess. But nonetheless, regardless of what she's wearing, she needs to keep up that same type of hostility that she did the week prior. Can she do that? I don't know. But she has to do the job here tonight, this triple threat match. And that's what it's for, the Fight Night Women's Championship. Remember, Laura Stables does not even have to be involved in the decision to lose that title. Typical triple threat rules, no count out or disqualification. So the champion's advantage is not with her either. She is very much at a disadvantage in this match. But can Laura Stables defend the championship here for the first time? Let's get this on the way. The first ever title defense of the Fight Night Women's Championship. Of course, in the 8-man battle royal, 8-woman battle royal, excuse me, it was Laura Stables who walked out the winner and became the Fight Night Women's Champion. The next week, she returned to what looked like a darker side after an ambush on Vicky Valentine. But then the weeks prior to that, she absolutely, she just took a rest, and then I guess maybe she's gone back to the Queen. She decided that she didn't want to unleash the darker side. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Laura Stables, but right now she's just letting these two fight it out, and wisely so. And Laura Stables was very dominant in her first match. Of course, she waited until the end to pick up the winning elimination, but it was a costly elimination because it won her the title, and that's exactly what she needed to do, because that's all that matters at the end of the day. Having that title around your waist, and she gets to go down in history as the first ever Fight Night Women's Champion. And of course, at the pay-per-view, the winner of this, the next pay-per-view, the winner of this will take on the Mayhem Women's Champion, who is currently Sandra Piper. But of course, Catherine Albright very much eyeing that title indeed. And now look at this, big counter, and into an inverted DDT. And so far tonight, we've only seen the one title match, but it was Big Willie, so take a guess how that ended up. And now look at this, Stables up on the shoulders, and Jade from behind takes them both down there as she comes back into the ring. And Jade Cotterrell trying to follow the success of her brothers, of course. In the past, in the trial era, her brothers were tag team champions. In this time of WIW, her brother Jade, her brother Travis, became the first ever television champion, with the assistance, of course, King Sam, who we will be facing tonight in the main event of the pay-per-view for the World Heavyweight Championship. And now into the cover, here goes Laura Stables, and she's only going to get a 1 count. And these three women fighting hard. They've all had to fight different routes to get here, but Jade interested in becoming the champion here tonight, and there's a massive move there, sweep of the legs, and flipping her inside out there. Oh, look at that, Jade, big counter. And now back into the ring she goes. She's looking really impressive here tonight after she explodes back into the ring. Oh, and hold on a minute. This is the move that put away Valentine. Oh, wait, no, it's not. She's going for something much bigger here. Isabella Vega's in trouble. Oh, look at that. Superplex to the outside. And Isabella Vega is down. And now Jade might just be left alone to deal with Laura Stables. Oh, look at that. Tried to run her into the ring post, but Stables able to escape. And now just tossing her to over the announce table. And of course, the women's division in the past wasn't exactly the most popular, but it did bring us some of the biggest matches. And it continues to do that now. Now. This has been a great start to this match. Massive superplex to the outside, and the crowd are loving it. And now into the cover wisely here, but Stables, she thought she got rid of her. She didn't. Stables is still there, still ready to fight. And now look at this in the power slam position, just struggling there. You see that Stables just trying to get out, and she does. And a chop block to the back of the leg, trying to keep the momentum down of Jade, because Jade's really getting going in this match. And now up on the shoulders is Laura Stables. Vega's going to wisely just let him fight it out, and a stun gun off the ropes. She rolls away. Oh, look at this. She got caught taunting, and now Stables on the roll-up. Bridges through as well. Is this going to be enough? Has she retained the championship on the roll-up? No, she hasn't. It's a 2. And Stables just trying to get away with it, and that's a very different style to what she's used to. Usually she comes out with the intention of just destroying her opponents, or at least she has for the last couple of weeks. And now look at Vega flying here, trying to produce some kind of comeback if she can. Massive clothesline. The champion Laura Stables in a bit of trouble now, but look at this, Vega trying to get some revenge here. on Jade. And we saw this before. The last chancery. Last chancery. Locked in. And a couple of weeks ago, no one could unlock this hold. Can Jade do it? Jade's in trouble here. Stable's trying to crawl to break it up herself, but Jade's found a way out. Jade found a way out. And last week, she literally had someone pulling on her to try and get that hold released, and yet she didn't release it. Tonight, Jade manages to fight her way off of it. And now Stable's left alone with Jade in the ring, and after the big superplex on the outside, Vega's taken some big hits. It's no wonder that she is struggling on the outside, but I thought she might have done it there with the last chancery. She couldn't quite get the job done. And now Jade going to go for the cover to become the women's champion. She's only going to get a 1 count. And now look at this. What's Jade thinking? Oh, and a massive elbow drop to the back there of the champion. And now look at this. Vega. Vega's trying to capitalize. Big double knees. And Vega with an opportunity. Stables. She's going to try and break it up. Is she going to be able to get there? Yes, she does at the count of 2. And Stables keeps the match alive, but Isabella Vega nearly became the Fight Night Women's Champion. Oh, look at that wreck to the back. And now look at this. Just pushing her away. And now Stables. Stables has got her. And now gonna... Big move there. Look at that. And then it follows through in another one. Double underhook. Suplexes all around. And Stables has Vega down, and now she might go for the cover. Oh, look at that. Wisely just keeps Jade down. Oh, but she's gone for the cover on Jade. She clearly feels the bigger moves have been hit on Jade, but Jade kicks out at 2. And Jesus Christ, this is getting intense. These 3 women giving it their all. Right now, Stables, the only woman standing. But she's taking her fair share of hits as well. And just tosses Jade back down. And now Vega crawling her way back to her feet. She's going to try and steal the cover here on Jade, and Stable's going to break it up. Trying to just walk away with the title. That's all that matters to all of these women. Look at this. Gets her up. Look at that. Right on top of her. On top of Jade. And these 2 fighting like she's not even in front of them. And now look at this. This is great stuff here. They're trying their hardest here. And Isabella Vega. STO there off the choke. And now going high risk. Looking to fly. But Jade is the only one down. Oh, beautiful move there off the top rope. Onto Jade, and Jade is down. Is she out for the count? I don't know, but Stable's not going to let Isabella Vega make that count. And she's taken down. She's down. And now just going to drag her away from the ropes. Vega is on a roll right now. But can she do it? Can she turn herself into the champion here? There's a massive spine buster. And now Vega taking a second just to breathe, because Stables continues to get up here, continues to fight on. These 3 are in a lot of pain right now. Jade's taking a lot of hits, but she's finally back to her feet. And now look at this, setting it up again for the last chancery, for the 2nd time, this time on Stables. And Jade's going to try and break it up, but once again, struggles to do so. And only a kick to the back of the head of Isabella Vega does it. And Vega is rolling here out the gate. And now she has Laura Stables where she wants her. This could be it to become the Fight Night Women's Champion. Isabella Vega, no! She couldn't connect. She couldn't connect. Stables sidesteps. And now Stables trying to connect. Oh, there's a big toss across the ring. And now Vega's in trouble. Stables might be able to steal this one right from under her nose. Jade, is she going to get back in time? No, she doesn't need to. Vega kicks out at 2.5. And that was the closest cover yet. And now Stable's going to take the time to taunt. She looked very impressive there. Dodges the high aerial assault. And then proceeds to land a big move of her own. Almost picked up the win there. And now with Jade back in the ring, working away on Jade. But there's a leg drag. Oh, and Jade left alone in the ring now with Isabella Vega. Is she going to be able to steal the win here? No, she can't. It's a 2 count. And Jade. Now look at this. What's she thinking? Submission hold applied. And now Vega's in trouble. Stables on the outside. She's not going to be able to break it up. Is Stables going to tap? Do we have a new Fight Night Women's Champion? No, we don't. Vega fights her way out. And now look at this. Jade tossing her across the ring. Look at her strength there on display, and she's losing it now. You can see her screaming at her opponents. She's angry, and you won't like Jade when she's angry. And now look at this. Vega, beautiful wheelbarrow into an arm drag. Nice move there. And a cheap stomp there from Stables as well. Did you see that? Jade down for the moment. Now one of these women can capitalize on the space. This is for the Fight Night Women's Championship, and what a match this has been so far. And yet we still don't know who's going to walk out the winner yet. And now another choking STO. And picks her up again. You reckon one more last chance he could do it. And right on cue, here it comes again. Jade needs to get up. The last chancery on the Women's Champion. Jade needs to go over and break it up. But once again, Isabella Vega refusing to break it up. And I think that might have just been near the breaking point for Laura Stables. But once again, Jade breaks it up. And Vega thought Jade was rolling there. She didn't see her get back up. And now, German suplex into the cover as she bridges. Oh, and Jade nearly became champ. And Jade Cotterrell nearly became the champion, but Isabella Vega finds a way out of it. And I feel like the last chancery, unbroken, would have won it there. I thought Isabella Vega was about to become the champion. Jade found a way to make her release the hold. It took a couple attempts to do it. But that's what I'm saying. The strength for that last chancery from Isabella Vega is absurd. Because it takes so much effort just to break it up. Oh, look at that! Jade got caught watching Vega get back to his feet, and Stables was able to capitalize. And now she's left alone in the ring with Isabella Vega, and oh wait, no, instead she's going to go after. Oh no, she decided against it. She realized that Vegas was still in the ring. And now Vega left alone with Stables. She rolls out of harm's way for a second. And now has her where she wants her. And a scoop up slam, very nice. And now trying to pick her back up to her feet. She couldn't quite do it. And now Stables has her alone, right where she wants her. To the corner she goes. And the massive running bulldog. She tried to avoid getting in the corner. Now Jade back to her feet, but she's speared to the outside. Once again, and Stables just trying to leave herself alone in the ring with Vega. Oh, but look at this. She got distracted. Here, backslide driver, and into the cover. Is Vega going to steal it here? No, it's a 2 count. Oh, and these two stare each other down. She did not appreciate that. Laura Stables nearly got dethroned there on the backslide driver, but now trying to capitalize. Spins her around. This could be it. Looking for it. End of days. And that's what won the title before. Is that going to retain here? Jade's not going to get back up in time. No, it's a kick out at 2. The end of days couldn't do it. And Laura Stables, just not with that killer mentality to wrap it up here. There's the sunset flip though, into the cover. Jade needs to break it up, and she does with a big punt kick to the face and an inverted DDT to Isabella Vega. And now look at this, now going after the women's champion. Could have her here in the fisherman. No, big counter into the roll-up. Apparently that's not a rope break, and it's a 2 count. And what a fight this has been here. Fighting for their lives here at the Last Stand pay-per-view. And this is going to be one hell of a show. Like I say, we're only about halfway through. We've still got plenty more matches to go. And now a submission hold applied here by Laura Stables. Wrenching away in the back and the head of Jade. Vega's trying to crawl to get back to her feet. And she can't seem to do it. Oh, she's back. But Jade released, the holder released there by Laura Stables. And now look at this, spinning her around. And now look at the choke her out. She's got her in a triangle hold. And now the submission might be applied here. Is it going to be enough to make a tap? She does. She's got it. And Vega can't believe it. She couldn't get there in time to break it up. And Laura Stables retains the Fight Night Women's Championship. Well, what a match. All 3 of these women gave everything they had available to win this match. And I thought at any given moment that any of these women could have walked out the winner. It was that close for so long. What a battle that was between all 3 of these women, but in the end, it is Laura Stables. Confused about what she wants to wear and how she wants to appear, but she has walked out the winner here. The Fight Night Women's Champion retains again. Well, retains for the first time, and that's already more times than the WIW Championship. So currently it's scheduled Sandra Piper will take on Laura Stables. But Laura Stables with a fantastic victory here tonight in an amazing triple threat match. That could already be a contender for fight of the night. But we still have a lot more to go on this card. We are 4 matches in now, and it's time to kick on with the second half of the pay-per-view. So let's move on down the rest of the card. Next up, another non-title match, but it is a rematch of a match that happened a few weeks ago. And it is Jon Cutter making his way down to the ring for his first solo pay-per-view. The last time out, of course, well, his second solo pay-per-view actually. Last time out, he faced his former tag team partner in El Murica, and that was the moment where these two parted ways. And since then, Jon Cutter has been on a path of destruction. He's already made it clear that he has eyes for the TV title on the last couple of episodes. But tonight, Jon Cutter has the task at hand, and he has to deal with a man who has been stepping in his way since he decided to become a singles competitor, and that is the man that is Trevor Jackson. Sorry, I got a bit distracted there. And the Last Stand pay-per-view, it is really heating up. Some brilliant matches. So far, we have 2 title retains, with still 2 more title matches to go. But for Jon Cutter, tonight is a big fight for him. And the question is, can he get the job done? That is what needs to be done here tonight. For Jon Cutter, it's important that he walks out the winner here. He's already beaten Trevor Jackson once before. But tonight, under no disqualification rules, can he get it done again? Trevor Jackson made a bold statement a couple of weeks ago by putting him through a table and having him dismantle the big man, Jon Cutter. And Jon Cutter might still be feeling the effects of it. But Trevor Jackson here tonight, not fearing Jon Cutter at all, the former Illinois correctional prisoner. And Trevor Jackson, ready to take down the big man here at the Last Stand. And you can be sure that only one man will be standing at the end of this, because I can't imagine either of these men going down without a fight. Trevor Jackson, of course, only participated at one previous pay-per-view, and that, of course, was a big win over the Vikings of Destiny in a 3-on-2 tag team matchup. Of course, didn't really participate as much in that match. But Trevor Jackson, tonight with a big singles opportunity here if he can step in the way of Jon Cutter. Jon Cutter, of course, we know is after the TV title, and you can't imagine that Trevor Jackson isn't at all interested in that title. And looking at a massive DDT to start this one off, and Jon Cutter straight out the gate, looking to just dismantle this man. The pure hatred of him after the attack last week, and you can't blame him for being angry. Massive knee lift by Jon Cutter. And it looks like he might have bitten off more than he can chew here. Trevor Jackson, he might have angered the beast, and that was the last thing he wanted to do. Military press spine buster. And now picking him up again. Trevor Jackson. This might not need to be an ODQ, because look at this, because here comes the military press. Power slam. Unbelievable display of strength. Is it going to be enough to put him away? And just like that, Jon Cutter knocks off Trevor Jackson again. Well, that is what happens when you anger the beast. When you destroy and dismantle him like that. There was obviously going to be some leftover anger, and Jon Cutter, easy win. Look at that, he's so disappointed with himself. But a sign of respect, hopefully putting us to rest. And Trevor Jackson, not happy with himself or with Jon Cutter, who just embarrassed him here tonight. But Jon Cutter, look at that, regardless of whether it was respect earned or not, still an angry man, and an angry man that's hungry for title gold. So the question is, can he go now, potentially push for the TV title? I guess we'll have to find out later down the line, but it is time to move on down the rest of the card. Next up tonight, some tag team action. It's the Fight Night Tag Team Championships on the line, and I have been looking forward to this one. The Wolfpac versus the Chaos Twins, and what is scheduled to be one hell of a chaotic match. And first team out are the champions, David and Steve, the first ever champions to achieve a title reign of over 100 days, and of course it is still in counting. Tonight the Linebacks step up to try and end the reign, and these two have been pretty dominant as a tag team. Of course, haven't had many tag team title matches to defend those titles, but of course that is because they have been doing other stuff like defending the Wolfpac's honor at Wolfpac in the Outback, so they haven't really had the opportunities to do so. But they have taken on the Vikings of Destiny several times, and of course they've been their main priority when dealing with the tag titles. But they are champions for a reason, because they are one of the more dominant forces in WIW. And of course, King Sam, the leader of the Wolfpac, will be defending his title at the pay-per-view main event in the last man standing match against Travis Cotterrell, which is scheduled to be one hell of a match. I can't wait for that one. But for tonight, the boys have to concentrate on their own task at hand. They have to defend the championship here tonight. So let's bring out their opponents. These two have rised up the top of the tag team rankings as of late, and they are ready to capture the tag team gold if they can. It is Jason and Tyler, the Chaos Twins. These two have been so great as of late. They've been very, very hard to beat, and they're a dominant force, and the Wolfpac will understandably be watching on as they make their way down to the ring, eager to see what these two bring to the table. And these two... Oh, wait a minute, what the hell? Wait, that's the linebacks. What are they doing here? This isn't their brand. They can't be here. Who the hell let them here? And wait, what? They've tossed one back into the ring. They've tossed one of the Chaos Twins into the ring, and the referee's called for the bell. Wait, no, not again. Oh my God, they did this to the Vikings of Destiny in exactly the same way. Sleeping with the Wolves. The Chaos Twins just got taken out by the Mayhem Tag Team Champions, and they've lost the match already. What on earth? What did we just see? The Mayhem Tag Team Champions have just taken out the challengers for the Wolfpac's titles. Well, it's very clear to me what's going on. They want Wolfpac versus the Linebacks too, but then again, does that really make sense? They already beat them once. Why would they want to risk themselves fighting them again? But it looks like the Wolfpac have once again got away with another title defense without actually having to do any of the title defending. What another easy night. Another easy night for them again. Well, the linebacks have disappeared. They're not going to jump them, but they're sending warning signs to them. They're ready for their rematch. Their second chance to embarrass the Wolfpacs again at the Mayhem vs. Fight Night pay-per-view, which is going to be a great one. But what a controversial ending tonight. And I tell you what, the GM is not going to be happy about this. Well, that's one Wolfpac match down, though. It's time to move on to the main event. An amazing night of action with a lot of twists and turns and quite a controversial last match there. Of course, when is it not controversial with the Wolfpac? But ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the main event. A last man standing match. And it is for the World Heavyweight Championship. The first man down to the ring is Travis Cotterrell. No surprise to see him here. Oh my God, look at this. Sam, he's not willing to wait. He's ready to attack. He's not wasting any time here. And the bell can start to ring, of course. This match can fully start right now. This title match technically is on the way. Because, of course, this is last man standing. This can happen at anywhere, at any time. And this could go anywhere. These two hate each other so much. And it would not surprise me if we see this match escalate beyond proportion. And the fans not happy. Look at this, King Sam hinting at something. He wants to take this backstage. He wants to go backstage. And we knew this match was going to be chaotic, but we didn't think this was going to go backstage. And look at this, King Sam. Looking already to land a big move. Oh, no. No, King Sam. Looking for something big. Oh, through the table. And already the referee can begin to count wherever he is. Oh, he's by the doorway. Can't quite see what the count is. But Travis getting back to his feet with relative ease. And now King Sam picks up the chair. Not wasting any time. Look at this. Travis ran straight into that chair shot. And being beaten down already. King Sam catching him off guard. King Sam must already believe that he has this one won. He wants to go and see what the referee's count is. It's a count of 2. The referee moving slightly closer. He's telling the referee to move closer. And we're just interested to see where this one goes. This is already over. Could you imagine that? If King Sam picked him up with the win already. Count of 7. Count of 8. And he's back to his feet. And look at that. King Sam not impressed at all. supposedly his #1 contender, and yet almost a kick out, almost unable to get up already. And at the count of 8, he gets himself back up to his feet, and now these two battle on the backstage arena. And we knew this would be chaotic. How chaotic? I guess we're finding out now. And now look at this, King Sam getting tossed right into the door. Excuse me. And now King Sam in trouble here. Travis trying to fight back, trying to be the dominant man. King Sam looking for weapons, and he's found one here. Plans to use it, and he does. And King Sam, we knew he would bring a fight. We didn't think he'd just charge out like this. Straight out the gate. And now look at this. Spinning him around. Oh, and a massive knee strike. The referee begins the count, but he's not done. He is not done with him. Not for a second. And now look at this. Travis fighting back here. And this is escalating beyond control. Already, these two fighting right at the doorway of the entrance. Oh, what a big move there by Sam. And just tossing him from box to box as they move up the arena. Oh, look at this. These two fighting on. And now Travis trying to land some big strikes. He's been under the cosh. Oh, look at this. Crashed into the locker room. And these two putting up a fight. Now look at this. Oh, dear. Look at that bin. Oh, the bin shot to Sam. And Travis mounting a massive amount of offense right here. And now look at this. A deadlift powerbomb onto the bin for added impact. And now another one. And he might land on it again here. No, this time onto the floor. And neither of these men giving in. We knew they wouldn't. And these two fighting hard here for the World Heavyweight Championship. Remember, that's what's on the line. And now King Sam on the back burner here. But Travis fighting on strong. And now Travis right at the locker. These two not giving an edge for a second here, and there's a super kick. And Travis really fighting back. And Travis walks away with him down just to see what the referee's count's going to be. Sam's back up to his feet. He hasn't taken them heavy hits, but... Oh, look at that, a massive headbutt. And tossing him into the locker room door. And an arm drag, excuse me, to take him out to the outside. And now fighting on here in the crowd. In the backstage arena, sorry, excuse me. And now look at this. Travis just deciding which way he wants to go. He wants to decide where this momentum goes. And the referee beginning the count. Sam back to his feet, no surprise. And now look at this, with a gut wrench of his own. And King Sam now eagerly awaits the count. And where's he going? He's off to collect something, it looks like. What's he got prepared? And just looking backstage, trying to find some weaponry, I guess. And it looks like he's found a chair. But Travis is down and he is hurt. And King Sam just watching on the count, just making sure that this one doesn't end prematurely. These two really do hate each other and they want this to end in an extreme way. You can be sure of that. And Travis charging up towards Sam. Look at this. Sam scaring off that interview there, and it looked like one of our special guests were there. Oh, look at this. And pulls away the chair. And now look at this. Gut wrench powerbomb. Gut wrench powerbomb. Sam is down. And is that going to be enough to keep him down for good? King Sam in a lot of trouble here. The referee's count is rising. And it could be enough. But Sam is back to his feet at the count of 6. And goes for the chair again. Travis thought he'd done it. He'd walked away. He went back to the ring to go and collect the trophy. But King Sam now with the chair shot. And now King Sam trying to re-establish control. That gut wrench powerbomb really has turned the tide in this match. King Sam is hurt, you feel. Definitely feeling the effects of that one. And now once again, we've got knee strike from the King. And picking him straight back up. And King Sam tosses him there into the equipment box. Oh, and then charging him into the wall. And now look at this. What's he thinking? Fisherman's pile driver. And now with the fire extinguisher. Oh, look at this. That's more insulting, if anything. I wouldn't imagine that's painful. And King Sam making a mockery of him here now. But he's down. And once again, the referee's not in a good position to see whether or not there's a count. But Travis is straight back to his feet. And this has escalated all the way to the parking lot here. And now Travis, oh look at this, just tossing him here further down the arena. And the count begins again. Travis ready to walk away from the fight. And the referee, don't know what the count is, but Sam's back to his feet. And look at this, Travis keeps walking away. He keeps thinking that he's done enough here. And that's been his downfall. He hasn't been able to just keep progressing forward as he has done. And now look at this. Got him on the car here. And Sam, look at this. Oh, look at this. Was trying to use the car as a weapon, but big counter here by Travis. And Travis now looking to mount some offense of his own. He's been on the back burner for the majority of this match, but he almost won it, of course, with the big gut-wrench powerbomb. And now Sam in serious jeopardy here of letting this match slip away from him. And, of course, if he lets this match slip away, that's the title gone as well. What's Travis thinking here? He's just walking into the wall at the count of 4, 5. The referee's count is rising, but once again up at the count of 6. Travis comes to collect his prize. Oh, once again tossing him into the limousine. And Travis has been fighting for weeks with the Wolfpac ever since he got tossed out, as they ruined his wedding to send a message to him that he was out of the team. And since then, King Sam has been making his life a living hell, but Travis has been trying to do the same. And now look at this. These two in the backstage. What was Sam thinking here? And couldn't quite get off what he was trying to do. Travis with the counter. And now a counter of his own here in the backstage. And now look at this, just tosses him away here. Travis is down. The referee might restart the count, but look at this. King Sam. King Sam's going high risk here, ladies and gentlemen. Is he going to jump? Surely he's not going to try that. He's thought about it, but look at this. Begging him to come up here with him. King Sam wants to take this to the top. I thought maybe he was going to fly, but King Sam instead just going to taunt. The World Heavyweight Champion is feeling confident here in this one. And this is last man standing, meaning they'll be doing whatever it takes to become the winner here. And now these two at the top. Oh, big back kick. And I don't think Travis was ready for that one. Spins him around, and there's a jab. And now look at this. King Sam. Oh, dear. Travis is in trouble. Oh, and he's tossed off the top. Off the top of the truck. And King Sam waits for the count at the top. And now he's just going to jump down for safekeeping there. Safe measure. Is that going to be enough to put Travis away? It might be. From the top of the container. Has King Sam done it? Count of 9. Travis has been defeated. And he took nothing short of chucking him off the top of a truck to beat Travis. But that is it. King Sam retains again. What an amazing battle that was between two fantastic fighters. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude the Last Stand pay-per-view. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Comment your thoughts and feelings on tonight's show. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.